Have you ever wondered what was here before the Europeans arrived? Have you ever wondered about those Native American artifacts you see all the time at these shows and stuff? Hey, we're going to find out about it tonight. I've got Tony, JB, and Richard from Tennessee River Valley Archaeological Society. They're live in the studio. They got a show coming up here soon, too. We got to talk about that. But all kinds of great stuff they have found all across the Tennessee Valley. And they're going to be talking to us about it, telling us what it is. Some of it's thousands of years old. That's right, it's older than I am. Hey, you don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
The Mike Weatherford Show is proud to announce we are now officially powered by TEC. If their fiber optic internet service can handle everything we throw at it here in the studio, from videos to calls and live streams, you better believe they can handle your home or business too. If speed, stability, and service is important to you, you can count on TEC. Thanks, TEC. Now let's get to the show.
Recorded live in the studios of Brewery Street Mafia. This is a Red Dog Bread production.
And now, your number one rated show, The Mike Weatherford Show. Here's your host, Mike Weatherford.
Hey, welcome back to the Mike Weatherford Show. I'm your host, Mike Weatherford. Like I just said, do you really know what was here before the Europeans got here? Who was here before your ancestors got here? There was a whole civilization that run up and down the Tennessee River Valley all across America that's been here for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You know what? They're finding artifacts from them people, from that generations of people that was here a long time before the Europeans ever come over here. Back before Christopher Columbus found America, they was coming. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be showing you stuff, talking about it, letting you know that there was people here before we ever thought about it. Except there was one person, and he was getting ready to do the fish fry, and that was Ricky Price. He was already here when the Native Americans. What's up, my friend?
Me and you both were skipping down the road, Mike.
We was skipping down the road, man. We was flaking our arrowheads.
We was flicking our arrowheads. You're right.
We was, man.
This is going to be interesting tonight, and you don't think about it. Look in your own backyard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll find what you don't think's worth something.
Yeah.
It's worth more than you ever want it to be.
We got some stuff here they say is worth thousands of dollars.
I believe
found
it.
out
I
around,
believe
man.
it.
You know, really what is amazing to me is to find something that's 5,000 years old. They've got some stuff here tonight they're going to show us. And it don't look like it was made but yesterday.
I get it.
It's amazing. And how they, the talent, we look at them like they was uncivilized. You make some of this stuff.
Well, I get it. Go make it. Go.
Yeah, go out there and get you a rock and whittle you an arrowhead out of it and see how that works out, right?
Get you some.
You got to get you some. Hey, you ready to get started?
Let's get started.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
All right, folks, like I said, we're going to be talking about some stuff that's been found across the southeast, even here locally, Henry County, in this area. You know, there was a lot of Native Americans here. There was your Chickasaw, which was the main brand, and you had your Cherokee, you had your Choctaw, you had your Shawnee, you had your Greek, you had Creek. You had a lot of different Native Americans. Yeah, I said Shawnee. You think about the Native Plains, but they was here in the Tennessee River Valley. We're going to be talking about it. I got a guy here tonight that's pretty well one of the experts, I would say all three of them are, about Native American artifacts. I want to welcome Tony Mills. Welcome to the show, Tony.
Glad to be here.
How you doing, my friend?
Doing good.
Man, you brung a bait of stuff with you tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, we brought a few things. Some examples from the different eras.
Yeah, we're going to start with the
Mississippian.
We're going to back up to the
Paleo.
All the way back
to the Paleo, yeah.
Paleo. In between, there was another one.
We're going to go from Mississippian to Woodland to Archaic to Paleo.
Paleo. That was how long ago, Paleo?
Paleo was about 10 to 12,000 years old here in Tennessee.
Wow, that's a long time.
Long time.
It is. And you got your buddy over here, Mr. J.B. Hampton. Welcome to the show, J.B.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
So it's pretty interesting, ain't it?
It's absolutely just a wonderful hobby for the family and just a wonderful thing.
It is. So you learned a lot over the years, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Like the technology that they use that we still use today.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is. Like I said earlier, if you think it's just an arrowhead, go get you a rock, make you one, right?
That's right.
And go out and kill supper with it.
That's right.
That was a way of life, wasn't it?
Absolutely was.
Welcome to the show, brother. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And also, we've got Mr. Richard Henson. Welcome to the show, Richard.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
So you've been doing this a long time yourself.
I started first arrowhead. I was probably about 5 years old when my granddaddy gave it to me,
Right.
and I've been at it ever since.
Wow. So you've hunted artifacts all across the southeast, the country, probably.
Mostly this area, but yeah,
It's amazing, ain't it?
it is. They're everywhere.
It is. So, Tony, welcome to the show. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tony, you said we're going to start with the modern era, as we all call. You know, that's where you see your westerns are about. Usually is the let's call them modern era. What are we calling that?
Mississippian.
Tell me a little bit about that group of people.
The Mississippian era runs from about 1000 BC to about 1600 BC. They were mound builders, and they lived in villages.
Right.
And they grew corn and squash and beans, and then of course they hunted, and they made pottery. During the Mississippian era, they tempered their pottery with crushed shells, mussel shells, and in the earlier eras they tempered it with fibers. But during the Mississippian era, they tempered it with mussel shells.
Make it stronger to hold up.
Yeah, in order for when they fired it, it wouldn't just fall apart.
Right. What got you into this artifact?
Well, back when I was in high school, we went to visit an uncle of mine down in Alabama, and he had an artifact collection, and I was just amazed by them. And he said, "Well, if you like them so much, come on and go with me, and we'll go hunt them." And he took me to a place, and I found this little old beat-up point. And
You thought you'd found jackpot.
oh yeah. And then when I got back home, I showed it to my granddaddy, and he was like, "I got a buddy that hunts some old Indian rocks." So he introduced me to him, and I started hunting with him, and it was his own after that.
It gets in you, don't it?
It's an addiction.
Yeah.
Anybody that collects artifacts will tell you, and it is an addiction.
Wow. In this area around here, you basically, did I name off pretty well the tribes that lived in this area? They probably wasn't tribal back in that area, were they?
No, it was the points that we found were way before they started having tribes.
Right.
I look at them much more cavemanish type, you know.
Yeah. Wow. So there's arrowheads and spear points and tools all across the area. And it makes me wonder, what the hell? But you figure over 10,000 years and them going to same circles, same living areas, they're going to drop a lot of them. And they're going to use a lot of them. They're going to wear out a lot of them. And sometimes, just like everything else, the arrowheads didn't come out perfect. They just chunked it, right?
Yeah. And a lot of times, you know, when they went to move, they wouldn't carry all that stuff with them.
Yeah.
You know, they'd leave it behind, and then when they got somewhere else, they just make more. It was easier to make more than
or
it was.
they leave it.
Yeah.
I was told stories of them leaving it. So they know they're going to come back next year, and you got a stash where you can go, hey, I got some arrowheads buried over here. Could that be some of it too?
Yeah, and people find caches. I've never found a cache, but a cache is 3 or more points that are found together.
Right.
And, you know, some of these caches, you know, they'll get, 90 points. And they seem to think that they were stored in like a leather bag.
Like what we're looking at right here.
Now, those are woodland points.
Motleys.
Motleys, 2 motleys.
What is a motley? Motley Crue? You talking about a music band or what?
Kind of.
Kind of. All right, almost the same thing, right? What is the
They
word?
were a rock band.
Right. Okay. They are a rock band. There you go, brother.
But motley is just a point type.
Right.
There's a lot of different point types,
Woodland.
Yeah.
but they're woodland points.
Woodland means they were still hunting, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't kind of live with had they already started ganging up and making cities by then, or are they still hunter gatherers?
Well, in the woodland area, they had started building mounds.
Right.
Pinson Mounds is a woodland site.
Right. We got Whitlock mounds here.
And I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
You know about it?
I've been there, but I don't know a whole lot about it. But it's probably in that same time period.
Yeah, that's out here in Whitlock. The Whitlock's named after a tribe, Whitlock. Then you got Osage. They was named after the Osage. And in Paris here, in this town you're in right now, has got Chickasaw Street.
That's right.
And I figure it's named after the Chickasaw Indians. I mean, In Tennessee's Indian name, which I've been told it means the singing river, is what I was told. That Tennessee is a probably a Cherokee word that's supposed to mean the singing river and stuff. I don't know if I'm y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. I probably am crazy.
I don't know. It could be.
Yeah.
Aren't we all crazy?
In our own way. But that's pretty interesting. Them arrowheads. You said something earlier that we confuse arrowheads with spearheads.
Well, the bow wasn't introduced in this area till about 1 AD. So anything older than 1 AD, like your woodland points, your archaic points, they can't be arrowheads because they didn't have a bow. Right. Your Mississippian points are actually true arrowheads. Anything older than that, they're either spear points or they're knives. You think about it today, it takes one bullet to kill a deer. It takes an array of knives to butcher it.
Right.
And they were butchering it down, processing it down way further than we do today.
Bones. They're taking bones.
Because they were saving everything. Yeah. Right. So it took them a lot of tools and knives to process that. They made scrapers to scrape the hides with, and knives to
out of rock.
All made out of church.
Do you find much bones from deer and buffalo that they use for tools? Is that?
We don't find a lot, but I've got like a fish hook in my collection.
And they made a lot of that stuff, but in our area, it didn't hold up.
Right.
You know what I mean? The bone didn't hold up, but they probably made more. They probably make as many bone tools as they did flint tools.
Wow, it just gone away. Yeah, rocks is old. It's going to be here.
Our environment's just not the right environment to preserve.
I understand.
Stuff.
Do you have a individual in your hand you could hold a small arrowhead? Because that's really fascinating. Because everybody over the years you've been showed stuff, and you'll say that's an arrowhead. And I, having Native American ancestors, I didn't realize a lot of what you told me. I'm taking the white man's word at this, okay?
Be careful about that.
But how small an arrowhead is, that it's not really as big as people think an arrowhead is. Because you see the Western where they pull them arrowheads out of them, hell, they look big as your fist. But that's not true, really.
JB, you want to get one of those out of that frame?
Yeah, you get one if you can. And I want to show y'all how small. It's going to blow your mind. I'm glad they're doing this. I feel privileged to be able to hold one of these. It's somebody, maybe one of my ancestors. Who knows? My ancestors.
One of them bigger ones.
Yeah,
one of the nice
I want to. Small. Yeah, give me something to compare them to. Would you say these are typically what this right here would be an arrowhead, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. That's a typical arrowhead.
Okay. Now look, folks. These are what arrowheads are. I'm going to hold them up. Y'all remember, for a living, I work on cars, so my hands are not really manicured. Okay, so if you're looking for that, look off. I'm going to hold these up here, and you look at how small your typical arrowhead is. This one right here, it is not much bigger than my thumbnail. This over here, 1.5 inches long. That is what arrowheads are. Now, what you see a lot of times, you think is an arrowhead, is probably, like he said, a knife point or a spear point. But arrowheads, let's look. I'm going to give that back. How small that is. Right there. That is, look. I don't know how to compare it to anything here.
It's only about 1/4 inch long.
Look at that. To a business card. Look at that. And that would kill squirrels, deer, rabbit, and you. And they shot each other with them too. Now, you just imagine that right there. You take them back, sir. I appreciate you getting them out. That's really something that fascinated me, because we've all, Ricky, you think about what we see as arrowhead, we're thinking.
Yeah, when you think of the arrow that you hunt bow or your bow hunting.
Yeah, they're not. They're small.
They're
tiny.
small, very.
And the craftsmanship that went into that little small thing that I held in my hand, like a 1/4 inch long, that's a typical arrowhead. And they had to make that. And they didn't have glasses. They didn't have magnifying glasses. I mean, how in the hell did they just chip it down that small?
It amazes me, as small as those Madison points are.
Yeah.
Is how they even held on to it.
They're made off of flakes. They're made off of, discarded piece that they already done mapped out.
Yeah. But, one thing you got to remember, they did it every day.
That's right.
That's their way of life. We get cold, we turn the heat up. They got cold, they had to throw some wood on the fire. Mm-hmm. And that was arrowhead. They had to make it to eat.
That's right.
And to defend their family with, correct? That is amazing. But the other ones, if you got a bigger one that we could look at, it would probably be called a spear point. This is what we all consider when we hear this. I'm trying to educate y'all because y'all are coming up. One of y'all tell us when you're going to be at the fairgrounds here in Paris.
We're going to be there May 9th.
May 9th, and I want you to know when you get there, you'll have a little heads up on what's out there.
That's right.
He's gonna, there he is. He's put it up right there.
Okay.
That's here at the fairgrounds, May the 9th. Now this right here, folks, these are something I want to show you. Now is this a spear point too, right?
Yeah, those are more than likely spear points.
All right, I'm going to hold these up. All right, I'm going to put them right here. These right here are more than likely spear points. And you and I would think, I'll put them where, let that camera zoom on my gray beard. They'll get it. You would think them are arrowheads. Them are more than likely spear points. Now look at the difference in the size. I'm going to lay one down right here. Look how big it is compared to my finger. It's 3 inches long. And this one right here, look how thick it is. That's so heavy with a bow and arrow. The energy that bow can produce probably wouldn't have enough energy to shoot this thing fast enough to do any damage. So that's another reason why they're such smaller, because of the technology they had to use with. Am I pretty correct on that?
Yes, sir.
You are.
Yeah. So that right there more than likely come off of a spear or something they threw, not a bow and arrow. And how old would you say these are?
Those are woodland points.
Yeah.
They're from about 1,000 years.
The woodland maybe up to 4,000.
Yeah.
But these right here, if you had one of these in your hand, they're different. I don't know if the way they're shaped. See, this is kind of rounded right here, more like a boat tail bullet. This right here is more sharp, like a missile. I don't know if that's just the individual's way he made them, or if they had different uses and why they're made different. Is there a reason for the difference in the shape of them, or?
Well, there's a lot of different point types.
Yeah.
And different areas made different point types. Although, you find like that one, the gray one you got. It's called a Beacon Island. Yeah. But Beacon Islands are found down in Alabama and Mississippi, right. and they look pretty much the same.
I'm going to twist that around, folks, and let you see how that's made. That is absolutely, there's no CNC machine, there's no computer, there's no tool, there's no metal made. This is made rock against rock, That is and the end of that, see how that's kind of made right there? That's made so they can get them notches where they can tie it onto a stick and throw it at you. Same way with this one right here. See how they got the little thing on the end of it where they can tie it to a spear and throw it at you. Hand me, if you would, I hate to worry, would you give me one of them small steer?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give this back to you. I appreciate y'all letting me hold them. Man, I feel, on this show, I get to hold some pretty cool things. I get to fly airplanes. I get to do all kind of cool stuff.
What we think is so cool about it, when you pick one of these up off the riverbank or out of a field or even out of your garden.
First one to hold.
You think, I'm the last man that held this was 4,000 years ago, and he was using it to survive with.
Now look at the difference here, folks. They're going to zoom in. Just hold it. This one right here is more than likely an arrowhead. It's more than likely an arrowhead right here. This right here is what you and I have been told is an arrowhead, is more than likely a spear point. Look at the difference in the sizes. And just imagine, that's between you and supper. That's between you and supper. Or that's between you and your family surviving, and that's between you and your family surviving, because there was enemies back in them days. Just imagine them people, the time and effort it took to make them things. It's amazing. I want to show the audience. That's kind of what I like to do. I said it's the go-to place for all things we all want to know about. That fascinated me because I'm like y'all. Even though I have some Native American history, I don't know it all.
None of us do.
That's right. Yeah. But just imagine, we all been taught that's arrowhead. That's the first time I ever heard anybody, Ricky.
You're right.
First time anybody cleared that for me, and that's great information.
And even though we're collectors and we know better, we still call them all arrowheads.
We do. But that is absolutely amazing that and the technology to do that. There's things out here. We're going to go in an area. Right now we're in the modern day. 5,000 years ago, modern day. We're going to go back to 8,000-10,000 years. But this stuff right here was made just absolutely amazes me, the skill. Go ahead.
Yeah. they knap these out. They used deer antler as tools to knap these out. They also use what they call hammerstones. Some of these bigger pieces, they would start out with a hammerstone, and then they would refine it with a deer antler.
You've got a hammerstone, do you not?
No, I didn't bring a hammerstone.
What's that in that box?
No, it's
So they took a deer antler.
It's a full grooved axe.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Folks, I'm going to show you something right here. What era is this? Is this modern enough?
It's about 8,000 years old.
Well, I'm going to get out of order. My producer's going to kill me, but I got to show. This is fascinating. I'm going to hold this up here. This is Richard, you tell us what I'm holding.
It's a full grooved axe. That's the first axe type that the natives come up with. It evolved down to the 3/4 grooved axe and on down to the celt, but the full groove is the oldest.
So that groove right there is where they tied the stick to it when they used it for. And that damn thing's heavy. 3 pounds?
Probably, yeah.
And that end right there, I said, was that ever used? He said, look at that end of it.
And knock you out.
Yeah. Oh, you drop it on your foot and you're going to have be wearing a splint. So Richard said this right here was done when they used it.
Yeah, you see a little damage right on it where they used it.
What do you think this was used for?
They could have used it for a lot of different things, but the axes and the celts, generally they used that woodworking, chop a tree down.
Right.
Now, here's the way that I understand that they done that. They didn't just chop that tree down, because you know how wood is and something like that. But they'd ring it first and kill it, and then they'd build a fire there, and they'd keep the charcoal. They'd set on fire and they'd keep the charcoal cut out with one of these till they got the tree over. And then if they wanted a log, they'd go on up here and they'd set it on fire.
Again. Where was that found at?
This was found in Gibson County.
Gibson County, name the town.
Close to Brazil.
Brazil.
Don't be giving away all the sites.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah. People's asking on the show, where are these arrowheads and spearheads found? Give me some general area. You ain't got to tell me.
All West Tennessee.
All this is in what county? You ain't got to say the address. The people want to know. Are you bringing me stuff, Mike, that was found 100,000 miles here? No, this stuff
they was here 10,000 years. They lived everywhere at one point or another.
Yeah, but all this stuff is local here.
Yes,
it's all, everything we've got is Tennessee River Valley.
Right, so it's all local. Henry County, Benton County. Yeah. What county did you just say that was?
This was Gibson County.
Gibson County, all up in this area. I mean, we look at everything by a map, state lines and county lines. There was no such thing back in them days. So, to them, they didn't look at it. Well, I'm going into Gibson County. I'm going to go over here in Henry County. They didn't know that. It was just an area. They may have named it something, to give them a reference to where they was going, but they didn't have counties and state lines. Right. Somebody said it's always intrigued them how they used these little points to take down something as big as a deer. Get into that. How is that even possible? A little arrow I held up.
Well, this is what I think. The shaft does more damage than the arrow.
Right.
The arrow is used to penetrate with, and then the shaft does more damage.
Yeah. Coming in. We're using 30-06s. Yeah. We're using, big high-powered rifles. And they're coming out there throwing a stick at it or shooting a stick at it.
Yeah, just like shooting that deer with that little arrow.
Yeah, one little one I had there.
They said the penetration might not be like 3 inches, but that'd get to his vitals. Yeah. And when a deer's going to run, you're not going to shoot a deer that like with a rifle and him just fall over.
Very usually.
But he's going to run, and then he'll do damage while he's running. They'll just trail him down to his,
Yeah, that was a way of life. Yeah, they did that in buffalo hunting. They would run them off cliffs, and they would hit them with sticks and with sharp sticks and just wear them down. There might have been 3 or 4 shooting at that one deer. It wasn't just one guy like we are now. We do it now for the antlers. They did it for the meat.
There you go.
For the hide and all that stuff.
The clothing.
Yeah. They did it for the meat, the antlers, the hide,
the clothing. Yeah,
so
they used it all.
The tendons.
Yeah, and they knew how to hunt deer. They didn't get out here and go to Walmart and buy all that hunting gear. They got out there in the weeds, and it might have been 3 or 4 of us, and they all just pulled back and shot, and they knew probably which way it was going to run. As it took off, somebody else slang another one at him, because it was survival, correct? It wasn't for fun. It was survival.
Right. Yeah, they didn't do it for fun.
No.
They done it for food.
Wow. So what has the Tennessee River Valley Archaeological Society, is that just a group of y'all that gets together? Tell me a little bit about what that is.
Yeah, it's a group that we just recently started. We're up to about 930 members now. Mainly people from the Tennessee River Valley, hunters and arrowhead hunters and collectors from the Tennessee River Valley. We try to keep it Tennessee River Valley because that's what our group's interested in. Right. And our group doesn't really care about points from Texas or Missouri. No. They want to know what's being found.
That's what my viewers want to know. They want to hear local stuff. Gibson County and Henry County. There's stuff found in Henry County here. There's stuff Benton County. It's all basically the same. They're all in this area. They all roam there. Show me the latest stuff. What box do you have that's the latest? Is that the latest, would you say?
Yeah.
Hold that up and let a camera find you. And tell us what you're holding there, JB. Just hold it up there and they'll find you with a camera.
Tony's frame of bird points here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's amazing.
It is absolutely amazing.
That's amazing. Look at that.
They'll find it here in a second with the camera. Just hold it steady. He'll tell you in the ear if he wants you to move it. Just try to hold it steady when he finds it. And they're trying to get to it. They're trying to find which camera shot. Well, they look at it on the monitor and they'll find it. It'll get to it. But there you go. There you go. There we go. They'll zoom out a little bit. What is that right in the middle of all that? That little old...
Yeah, it's most of these points in here are called...
Scoot this way just a little, brother. There you go.
Most of the ones in here are called Madison points.
Right.
And the way they gave names to them was somewhere where they found the first concentration of them. They named them, just like the Eva points. The first concentration they found was right over here at Eva, not far down the road.
Over in Camden, yeah.
So they named them Evas.
Gotcha.
So that's how they got their name. The Indians didn't name them.
No.
But most of these are Madison points.
Right.
And the one in the center is a Madison point that's been resharpened into what they used as a drill.
They're zooming in on it now. What about that little white one below that yellow one? God, that is micro mini.
Yeah.
Like a tooth.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
Those are, they're called scribes, and they used them for maybe engraving pottery with or something like that. And those are so tiny because they're just made off a flake. When they were napping, they just pick up one of them flakes and make a little point on it and use it as a tool. And they probably, when they got done with it, they just threw it away, because it probably didn't take them 2 minutes to make it, So
that was used when they making pottery, draw decoration in it. It was more than likely a tool.
It could have been, or some of them sharp enough, they could have been used in tattoo work.
Wow.
We got one guy that comes to the show that he's got a bunch of tattoo tools. Some of them are bone, some of them are stone.
Wow.
But they're tattoo needles. Of course, tattoo's been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So
that's just amazing. Put that back up one more time if you can. I got to ask one more question before I do a commercial break. They'll get it back on it. The difference in the shape of them. What was the name of them arrowheads we call them?
These
Madison. Is the shape of it? You see some of them more rounded and some of them are more pointed, long. You see in that monitor up there. Is that kind of just by the builder that made it his signature way of doing it, or are there different shapes according to what they was doing with them? Would you say?
Well, there's like 3 different point types in there.
Right.
The ones that are flat across the base are Madisons. You see some of them are incurved in the base.
Yeah.
And remind me what they call those, Richard.
The one that's got
that's incurved.
Yeah.
Hamilton and Fort
Hamilton's.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Camp Creeks are incurved like that. And then you got some of them that's got serrations on them. I don't think I've got any that's got serration. Maybe that white one up there at the top.
So them are definitely more than likely arrowheads.
Yeah. Yes, they're definitely arrowheads.
Definitely arrowheads. Mm-hmm. That is what an arrowhead is. If you could see how small they are compared to, unless you're someone that's smarter than I am, you would think that all them big things you see was arrowheads. Them are arrowheads, and I showed you how small they are compared to what your mind makes you think an arrowhead is. And that right there is absolutely amazing. We've got another we go backwards. That's the Woodland, right? What's the next group back?
Yeah, that's a Mississippian. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a Mississippian. These are the Woodland era.
That's the next era back in history. We're going backward. We're going back to prehistoric time. Now, tell me a little bit about this group right here. Which one you're going to show us now? Is that him right there?
Yeah, those are the woodland points.
Okay, that's the next oldest after these other ones, correct?
Yes.
Okay, tell me when it. Do what now? Okay. Can you? Okay, over this way. Yeah, there you go. We'll get you. He's talking. We're not having strokes. He's talking to me. Go back that way, I think, just a little. Oh, you went too far. What's your monitor? Oh, okay. Right there. Perfect. Now tell me about what I'm looking at there.
These are woodland points, and the woodland area they're about 4,000 years old.
Early woodland is around 6,000 to 3,000, somewhere in there.
Wow. What is that big, long looking, like a finger sticking out there? What the hell is that? That looks like something that would really be devastating. See that?
You talking about the gray one?
Yeah, it's got a long point on it.
That point,
looks like a church steeple hanging off a church.
Yeah,
It's like a capena.
Yeah.
Is that
Capena. Talking about the Capena.
capena?
I don't know
you talking
why.
about the one in the center?
No.
Or are you talking about the?
See that yellow one?
Oh, okay.
The one right above that light one got that long
drill.
point.
That
in it.
drill.
Right there,
Yeah.
he's
It's got
zooming in
grooves
on.
got grooves on the side of it.
Yeah, what is that?
That's a drill too, and so is the two white ones above it. Those are drills,
Wow, that is a drill.
and they used them. You know, the bigger ones like that. You know, they may use them making holes in wood. You know, or
They did.
pottery.
You had to go slower, you would break it.
Well, most of them started out as points, and then it got broke or whatever, or got sharpened down so much that they turned into drills.
Yeah,
Most of them didn't start out as
Wow.
drills.
So what is that yellow one next to it? It kind of looks like a boat paddle, like to the right of it.
It's what they call a preform. That's when
I'm talking about the bigger one on the top of that one.
the oval shaped one.
Yeah, the big long one up at the top. Right beside you got your church steeple, and you put your finger on it. That's okay. He'll show it. Over, right there. Right there. Right there. That big yellow one.
That's what they call a preform, and what that is a point that's in the process of being made. It's just not finished. They will go back on that, and they will put notches on the side and put a stem on that. That one's just in the middle of the process of being made.
Right. Something he may not have liked about it, could have just lost it.
A lot of times where they quarried them things, they would make the preforms and bring them back with them because they were lighter, and they finish them up when they got back to their camp. Instead of bringing a bunch of heavy rocks with them.
They just flint out what they needed and carry it back home.
Yeah,
and
they
sitting around
finished it
again.
up.
Yeah,
They
while
can make what they
while the
want.
wife was cooking supper, he'd work on the rock.
Finish it up.
Actually, it was probably the women that was making them.
I understand. But anyway, tilt that back just a little. There you go. Get that glare off. Wow. That is amazing. That one up in the top right corner, I don't know, put your finger on it. I'm going to show you which one. Other end.
Other end there.
Oh, well, right there. That's what we typically think when we think of arrowheads.
That's right.
That right there.
And those are spear points.
They're spear points. That's
Yeah,
the difference.
they're too old to be arrowheads.
Right.
Too heavy.
Too heavy.
Well, I was right about it being
So
heavy.
the one down from it, is that a spear point as well, right there in the corner?
Yeah.
About all of them are spear points.
Everyone in that frame are either spear points or knives.
Wow.
There's no arrowheads in that frame.
Wow. That's amazing. Oh, wow.
So you found all of these just looking.
Yeah, lots of miles.
Do you have hot spots that you go back after heavy rain?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's yeah. Wow.
That's like asking a man where his fishing spot is there now.
I didn't ask you where it was. I said, do you have? So,
people ask us where we find them, and we tell them we found them on the ground.
yeah, that's right.
That's as close as we're gonna get you.
Well, you tell the truth.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: what makes them hot spots? Is it campsites where they circle through for thousands of years? They go back, they guide back. Say it again, Kevin. There you go. So they take trips. They go around. They end up every year back at the same spot for a month or two. Then they move to the next spot. They just kind of go back to the familiar areas, and they're leaving stuff as they go. Am I pretty close?
Yeah. Up until a certain point, and they started having villages, and they pretty much stayed there then.
Right.
But like in the Archaic and the Paleo, they were more nomadic.
Yeah.
And starting getting in the woodland area, they started building mounds and villages and started
to settle down.
starting to make settlements as you know.
Wow.
Starting to grow their own food instead of
Yeah.
Yeah, they were growing, beans and corn and squash and stuff like that. And so they wasn't having to chase the game as much as they was before they started farming.
Right. Okay. Folks, we got to take a commercial break. Y'all guys going to hang around. We're going to go back when we get back to what period you call that?
We'll go back to the Archaic, and then after that, we'll go to the Paleo era.
That is, the Paleo is the oldest.
The oldest.
That's when they was, Ricky, you was back in that era, right?
No, I saw you coming home that
Okay,
day.
yeah.
You was riding that bus.
That's right.
He rode in on that Mastodon.
That's right. He flew in.
Yeah, I took one of them tusks and
Yeah.
throw it at
On that pterodactyl she flew in on.
You got me coughing. All right, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. We come back. We're going to go back even further in history. Then we're going to show you photos, and we're just going to randomly pick up stuff they've got here on this table. It's going to blow your mind. Some of this stuff that he's got over here, if you didn't think so, you think it was modern, made with some kind of machine. So don't go nowhere. We got to pay the bills, and we'll be right back.
Here at Yoder's Country Store, we like to do things a little bit differently. We serve fresh lunches made right here in our kitchens. Take them home with you, or you can enjoy them right here in our warm and inviting dining room. A full deli with meats and cheeses sliced fresh, just for you. Fountain drinks, hot coffee, or delicious fruit smoothies add the finishing touches. Natural and organic products, as well as locally sourced foods you won't find anywhere else. We even carry canning supplies and hard-to-find country staples. And of course, friendly service every time you visit. And we're owned and operated by Amish and Mennonite families.
Order for bill is ready. Hey folks, James Yoder with Yoder's Country Store. We're not your regular grocery store. We're just 5 minutes from Paris. We would love to have you.
Just minutes from downtown Paris, come experience Yoder's Country Store at 75 Anderson Road.
There's something special about jewelry that's been cared for properly. When a ring needs resizing, a stone needs to be reset, or a favorite piece simply needs to shine again, it helps to have a trusted professional close to home. Potto Gold Jewelry Repair offers professional full-service jewelry repair right here in Paris. Ring resizing in both gold and silver, prong retipping, stone resetting, soldering, professional cleaning, and even watch battery replacement. Careful craftsmanship, excellent work, high satisfaction. Also buying and selling new and heirloom pieces. Visit Potto Gold Jewelry Repair at 415 North Market Street in Paris, or call 7316-449113. Potto Gold Jewelry Repair, where fine details still matter.
Is your tank on empty? For best gas prices in town, fill up at 54 Fuel Mart, 1213A Westwood Street. And don't forget your other tank. Grab hot fried chicken, wings, pizza, and on Tuesdays and Fridays, the best fried fish around. Got a sweet tooth? We've got freeze-dried candies, candy bars, and more. Rainy day? Stay dry and use our drive-up window. Farmers, we've got your dyed diesel plus parking for big rigs. Open 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. If you're feeling lucky, play the lottery or grab a scratch-off while you're here. 54 Fuel Mart at the Westwood Y. More than just fuel.
Hi, I'm David Bubba Flowers. I'm running for re-election to the County Commission in the Great District 1 of Henry County. I have proudly served you for the last 2 years in District 1, and I look forward to using my 42 years of financial and accounting experience to help lead our county for the next 4 years. I humbly ask for your vote. Thank you.
I'm Dylan Weldon with the Drifting Cowboy Podcast, and you're watching the Mike Weatherford Show.
All right, folks, you're not going to believe what I did last week. I went over here to McKenzie, Tennessee, and I flew with Craig Anderson. This guy is phenomenal pilot. I'm telling you, if you've ever dreamed of flying, this show is going to change everything. Did you know that we've got a guy that flies nearly 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, training pilots, carrying people on flights? It is absolutely amazing. I'm going to break the myth about flying. I was in his airplane with this guy, Craig Anderson. It was great, very humble, very smart, very knowledgeable young man. You don't want to miss his show. You're going to see me in the air screaming like a girl.
That's likely.
It's very likely, but it's a great show. Don't miss his show. It's coming up. The things I do to bring it to y'all. You know, I'm just Mike, you know, and they talk me in and get into an airplane, and I'm rubbing shoulders with the pilot, and I get to hold the handles. It's pretty cool. You don't want to miss it. Coming up next week right here live on the Mike Weatherford Show. Hey, per your day, May the 9th, high noon, tug of war. The Battle of the Badges is coming up. That's right, folks. You ain't going to believe this, but the Paris Police Department is the champions. Last year they carried a trophy home. Henry County Sheriff's Department is coming back. They want the trophy. Who's going to win? The Battle of the Badges coming up here per your day, May the 9th. Have you got your tug of war team together yet? If you haven't, you better get them together. There's going to be all kinds of people tugging on the rope, but it's the main event coming at high noon, May the 9th at per your day. Paris Police Department, the reigning champions, are taking on the Henry County Sheriff Department. Don't miss it. It's going to be fun. I'll be there emceeing it. Going to have a great time. So make plans to attend. Hey, the Peddler Advantage. Don't forget, place your 20-word classified to run for 4 weeks for only $10. There's 30,000 of them things out there. People read them every day. And when you pick up your free copy, you'll find everything coming on at the Mike Weatherford Show, the Tennessee Informer, and the Sportscast Live with Jerry Bucklow. They all are listed right there. You can find out what we got coming up on the show. Go get it right now. Your free Peddler Advantage. Hey, coming up next week, no, it ain't. The Mike Weatherford Show is growing. I'm sorry, it's my fault. We're simulcasting Facebook Live. We're on YouTube. We're on all the major platforms. If you want to find out more about what's going on at Brewer Street Mafia and Kill Media, go to www.myparistv.com, and you can find all the great shows listed, and you can keep up with what's going on around the whole United States. Folks, we've been sitting here talking with these guys from Tennessee River Valley Archaeological Society, and I have learned a lot. You know, my grandmother was Native American, and it's not a secret. It's come out of Norman, Oklahoma. She was Choctaw, and I enjoy this kind of stuff, you know, and I think it's neat. But also, I told these guys earlier, have you ever heard the Native American side? I have. You know, usually the winner is the one that gets to write the history. But, you know, I've asked the Native Americans, you know, where do we come from? And they say, we've always been here. So whatever you believe, it's out there. You can find something to back up what you say. But I've been sitting there talking with these guys. We started out, how far back would you say it was? The earliest we just did here was the
1600 or something like that.
Yeah, 1600 years ago.
Mississippi.
That's right. We bumped back to the Woodland.
Now we're ready for Archaic and Paleo.
We're at Paleo. How old are they?
12,000.
12,000
years. So.
12,000 years.
12,000 years ago.
He's fixing to graduate.
That's right. I'll fix to graduate that year. I'm going to ask some question right here. Gary said Dover flint was a high-quality material back in the day. Another viewer has asked how you would use the animal tendons. Do you know? Did they use them to tie?
Yeah, they used them to bind the arrowheads to the shafts or the knife blades to the handles.
Right.
They would use a pine tar glue that they made from pine resin.
Right.
And they glue them in, and then they'd wrap them with that sinew. You know, when you get that sinew wet, it'll stretch.
Then it
and
shrinks.
then when they wrap it and when it dries, it shrinks and it holds everything tight.
It's probably better than that damn super glue we got now. James asked, he wants me to mention the Whitlock collection that is on display at the Ray Public Library. I was speaking of Whitlock mounds earlier. That's an Indian tribe around here. You had your Whitlock, your Cherokee, Chickasaw, Osage. You had a lot of Native Americans in Henry County. And they used to explore the banks of the Big Sandy River and find some interesting points. Also north of Fort Donelson and Dover and along the banks of the Cumberland River in the winter. That's pretty good. Somebody in Cuba said they need to check out the Tennessee River Museum in Savannah, Tennessee. Jeff says they have an awesome collection here. Y'all have an awesome collection here. So that's pretty cool. So I'm just reading you some of the comments. They're just people's writing in. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the Tennessee, the River Museum in Savannah it's worth your time.
I've been there 3 times.
Right.
Hey, Tony, what's that site on the Obion River over there close to where we have our meeting and all? Do you remember the name of that site? It's the biggest Mississippian site in West Tennessee, you know.
The one over there close to Palmersville?
Yeah.
I don't remember the name.
Palmersville.
Palmersville, yeah.
That's my area. That's
I know exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
we have archaeological.
So the Obion River runs all through that area. I live in Hico, Cottage Grove, Palmersville. We all drink out of the same well, if you know what that means in that area. And I was telling y'all earlier about finding where there was buffalo in this area back in the day, where they used to cross the Obion at. And there's lots of stuff I've found there over the years that hunting in that area. I can't say where I was at, but like you said, I don't want everybody to go out on this man's farm and start just looking for it. But I would find stuff where it was the land kind of went like that. And one of the old men told me, he said, that's where they used to cross the Obion. It would be the North Fork, I think, or the Middle Fork. I don't know. Y'all can correct me where I'm wrong here. I can't remember. I'm getting old, okay? And that's where, I guess, the shallow part where they would cross that. And I'm sure the Native Americans ambushed the buffalo right there, would you say, or deer, whatever else crossed there. Yeah, it'd be a good. And we got some pictures here I want to put up here before we go much deeper. Show me what we're looking at. What do we got right here? Somebody just pick it up.
Gorgets, yeah.
What?
They're gorgets.
Tell me what they are.
Just like this.
What is that? Tell me what they do with it. We don't really know, do we?
We don't really know. They speculate maybe they wore them like jewelry. You know,
it's awful damn heavy jewelry.
It
What's heavy?
Look like that's heavy, and then gold and rap stars wear. You know what I'm saying?
Knock you out.
But you know, that's the kind of speculation like that. No history about it, so
that's right. I told you what they was told.
You know, they done an archaeological dig one time and found one of these on the guy's wrist, his wrist bone, still on it. You know, like that. So at one time they thought maybe they used them like on a bowstring. You know, for a guard on that string. But I think, you know, they're mostly from Middle Archaic and the Woodland. That's when these are. So
before the bow.
Before the bow. So.
Put some more pictures up here. Y'all just run through some of these and tell me what we're looking at here. Right. They'll pop them back up.
Yeah, that's a effigy bow. I can't tell what the...
Okay, what does effigy bow mean?
Well, they made them bows on some of them, and they put like animal heads on them. You know, made an effigy like.
That's out of rock.
No, that's clay.
Clay.
Yeah,
so what do they use for to eat out of, or to put on
clay? Yeah, cook in. They cooked in them.
How big would that be in reference to something? How big would that be?
Some of them maybe 8 inches across.
Wow, they're big.
Yeah, 4 inches across. I have seen now. There's one guy's brought them to the show. He's got one that's probably. It's 3 foot tall anyway.
So how old is that thing?
And probably that's Mississippian, so it would be, you know, maybe 2,000.
That's old.
Wow,
it's pretty old.
About the same time period from those triangle points.
Right. All right, go ahead.
And
that is some cool looking area right there. Wow. That is cool. Tell me a little bit about them. That one on the bottom left, as we're looking at. With all those speckles in it, is that just something they decorate, or is that
conglomerate?
It's made from a rock called conglomerate.
I would call it a conglomerate.
Which it's almost like gravel. It's fused together.
Right, and all the colors is so cool. Okay, go ahead.
That collection there belongs to a guy named Skip Cagle.
Yeah.
He's got an amazing collection, and that's just a minute part of his collection.
That right there is a definite spear point.
Yeah.
Probably a knife.
Probably a knife.
Okay.
It's a Benton, right? Looks like a Benton.
And that one come out of down around Tupelo, Mississippi. A guy named Dustin Raspberry found that.
All right, go ahead.
Now that's one of Richard's point. He can tell you about that.
Yeah, that's a southern harden, and they're archaic, and around here that's kind of a rare point. In southern hardens, you don't find a whole lot of them, but that one was found in Gibson County there.
Wow. Go ahead.
That's a bent in there. That's one that I found. Me and Richard was hunting. Fun. We hunted for 7 hours that day, and that's all we found all day long. But
would that be a knife? I could see that being a knife.
Yeah, it would have been a knife.
Yeah.
And that one's real thin, and the edge on it's still sharp enough. You can still skin a deer with it.
Little small serrations on it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Have you ever found any that still had a handle on them?
No.
Okay. Not in Tennessee.
Okay.
They find some in caves.
Yeah.
But, you know.
There's a clover stick.
That's a full groove axe.
Yeah, that's a full, like what you had.
Like I had on this, a little different.
They're heavy. Could you imagine swinging that all day? Shit. All right, go ahead. Yeah. What am I looking at?
All right. Them's banner stones, just like.
Yeah.
This is an early banner stone. Some of them's a little later banner stones, like those are what they call hump banner stones and tube banner stones, like this. And this is a double-edged banner stone, which is.
I'm going to show all that, yeah.
It predates them.
So the hole in the side of it, that where they run the
they took a cane and sand, drilled that hole in
a piece of cane and poured sand in the hole.
Yeah.
So how long would it take somebody to do that?
Long time.
It would take me. It would take me a couple of months. I don't know how long it took them.
That, Mike?
Yeah,
that's a job.
I would never get it done.
That's a job job.
We would give up and quit before we got a hold of it.
I'm telling you,
what
that's
is
a job.
this? That looks like a butt plate off of a rifle.
Yeah, that's a gorget too. You know.
Yeah, it's another gorget like it, just a different style.
I'm gonna show them what he's got in his hand when we come back live. Okay, what is it? Go ahead, show pictures, Kevin. Run them through there, brother. That is cool.
Yeah.
So the serrations on it.
Yeah.
And we still use that technology today.
Yeah.
Knives.
Yeah. It's serrated edge.
Yeah. That's just a prehistoric steak knife.
Wow. Look at that. All right. That's just rocks.
It's it's a cache of maybe it's a cache of blades. It could be maybe Benton blades. I'm not really sure on that, but it's a cache of blades.
But you know, we talked about caches earlier.
Yeah.
A group of 3 or more that's found together.
Yeah.
And, you know, see, some of those are broken. You know, they could have been broken by accident.
Yeah.
Or they could have been ceremonial broken.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That right there. That's right. That's another one.
Another gorget.
Gorget. All right. Go ahead.
No, touch your bone tools there. A lot of bone owls and.
Yeah, that's what they'd not push holes in their leather with to run their string through.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that shirt. That would do some damage, dude.
Oh, man.
God almighty.
That hurts thinking about it.
Yeah, man.
It's a Radiant Kirk's, right?
You can take one of them and slash your arm to the bone.
Oh,
right
I
now.
believe it. Yeah.
You know, if you throwed it hard enough, go through the damn bone. It's going to cut its path.
Yeah.
Look, there's another drill.
And that's
a nice one too.
And that's an in situ picture. That's
as you found it.
When that guy found that. When that guy found that.
Yeah.
He took a picture of it before he picked it up. Before he picked it up off the ground.
I like that. That proves it right there. Just washed out of the bank somewhere.
That's it.
Because those creeks, they changed courses. There's another one, them gossets.
Gorgets. It's kind of a little bit of rare because it's got them 5 holes in it, you know, instead of 2.
That's got more than 5. That's 6.
Maybe 6.
Yeah.
And that one was found on the Cumberland River.
Right. What is it? Okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, it's unusual to find one with that many holes.
Hell, it took 10 years to make it with a piece of cane and some sand. I'd pour the sand.
You starved to death trying to make it.
Ricky, if you'll take that cane and work it back and forth, I pour the sand while you do it.
You got a deal, brother. You got a full deal right there.
I pour sand every 10 minutes. Now, what is that? Like an axe.
Yeah,
it's a
celt, an ungrooved axe.
Like the one that Richard's got laid on the table.
Smaller. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. That's a spear point. Not a knife, I'd say. It's a spear.
It's a Dana.
Yeah. Dana? Okay, now what is it? That's got to be art. That's got to be art, just something they want to wear. Am I wrong?
No, those are hoes.
They're bigger than what you think.
They're for doing agriculture.
Hoes.
Farming.
Oh, not women of ill repute, but hoes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Only you tonight was starting.
Well, hell, he said hoe. I thought, hold on a minute now. Wow. Fish hook.
That's one of them bonefish hook.
Fish hooks.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't changed a whole lot.
Not a lot.
How low would you say that is?
I'm not sure on how old the fish hooks are.
No, they could be probably under Woodland or something.
Yeah, probably all the way
Couple
back to
thousand years
Woodland.
ago.
Yeah.
You know what they're made of? Deer. The toe bone of deer, right?
Right.
Toe bone of a deer.
Wow.
That's what they made them out of.
Yeah, they take that toe bone and,
Yeah.
and it's thick around the edges
Yeah.
and thin in the middle, and they whittle that thin part out.
Wow.
And make a hook out
I
of
tell
it.
you, people had to think then.
Yeah.
There were no manual to tell you how to do that.
Hunger pains
They
and make you
come
do
up
the
with
right
that.
thing.
They come up with that before Bass Shop, Pro Shop was
Yeah.
there.
But you know what? Hunger pains make you do a lot
That's
of things.
right.
It'll make your ass-
You'll find a way to eat.
You'll hind in and get up and go to work
That's
with
right.
that gut growling.
That's right.
What is that right there?
Pipe. ain't it?
Boomerang?
It's like a pipe.
Yeah, it's an elbow
Like an
pipe.
elbow pipe. Yeah.
So you're smoking some hemp out of that.
A guy named Cuba Rogers found that.
He's the one that commented a while ago, Blake.
Yeah, that commented a while ago.
Yeah.
And he found that up in Hardin County.
Right.
And it's an exceptional piece.
sure
is.
And
Wow. So they smoked out
and you
of
can
that.
see the etchings on it.
Yeah.
You
Engraved
can't really
a little.
tell what they are, but it's etchings of snakes that run all
Engraved
around
on
that run all around both sides
Oh,
of that
hell no.
pipe.
I don't want no snake. But I mean, so was it lost or was it damaged or how did it end up on the ground?
But
You know, it'd be like
it was just left
it'd be
behind.
like somebody finding your Colt 45 just going through the woods and there it lays. I want to know how the hell did it get there?
I wouldn't think they lost it. I think it was probably left behind.
Could have been.
They may have died out and left it. I mean,
Yeah,
who
What if,
knows?
what if he missed something? He was throwing it at something and missed it and couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's possible.
No, they were smoking out of it.
They were
Oh,
smoking
yeah,
out of it.
they were getting high.
They were smoking
There's a song about that, and we got high.
They were smoking
Wildwood flowers.
Yeah, pick that stuff up and show me some of that. Hand me that one right there on the far end.
Yeah, they were smoking the ganja out of that.
Yeah, there's
that was
folks
found
is
in
right
Henry
here.
County.
I'm going to hold this up here. I'll get it where my face ain't quite in it. Zoom in on this, and you tell us what this is I'm holding. I'm going to show them the artifact. Now, see that right there, and I'm going to turn it. Look at the taper, and it's got a hole. What's that inside that hole?
That's a little paper I put in there with information on it.
Oh, okay. That hole goes all the way through that. And look how that thing is tapered. Now, tell me what I'm holding.
It's a banner stone. It's a double-edged banner stone, which was one of the first types that they come up with.
Okay, tell us what a banner stone is.
Okay, it's a counterweight that went on the Adelaide spear thrower. It could have been used for just to balance it, or maybe to throw more force, but it's the counterweight that went on it. And the Adelaide was the handle that they used to throw the spear with, or the dart. And it's just like an extension of your arm. You know, it put a lot more force when you throw that thing.
That is so smooth. Has that been done by modern man, or is that how you found it?
That's how I found it. I mean,
There's got a little sticker on the side of it. It's got his name on it. Is what that little sticker.
Yeah.
That don't say made in China. Trust me, that's got
Tennessee
Valley, Archaeological. But anyway, that is made out of what?
Clay stone.
Wow.
Clay stone.
Hand me
a lot of
another
that
one.
is. And this is that's a little low, what they call a low stone, which that's
Come back over here.
Yeah,
It's got that groove in it. It was cut back how many years ago? How old is this, would you say?
It's probably, I think, around 3,500, 4,000 years old.
I would call that a loaf bread if I was naming shit. It looks like a loaf bread, doesn't it?
It's flat on the bottom like that, and they glued it to that. Instead of having the hole in it to tie it on here, they glued that and tied it on.
Wow. I'm trying to let everybody see the angles. But look at that perfectly grooved that they put in that. And that rock is kind of heavy. I don't know, it's not pounds, but it's heavy rock, and it's pretty hard, and they grooved that. And show me that other one you got right here. And they pick up that big, I'm not going to say what I said that was earlier, but I'm sure they had a
boomerang.
Yeah, that's kind of not what I said. But anyway, this right here is something they're calling a what?
Gorget.
Now, I'm sure some of the Native American people, if they're watching me from Oklahoma, will say what that is in their opinion. But they think they're not countersunk. No, they're not. They're just bored straight through, but they're perfectly round. Looks like some really high, sophisticated. Now, they say that was probably wore as decoration, or it could have been used for right here, like he said, or a bow, where you shoot a bow and arrow. But they said this was probably made prior to them having bows and arrows. So it's decoration, or if anybody out there, You know, we can all guess on what it's for, but if anybody knows 100%, if you're Native American and you know, I'd like to know, and I'm sure y'all like to know everybody's opinion on what this thing is. And what do you got in your hand right here now?
All right, this is a celt, which is an ungrooved axe. I think that one's 13 inches long. It's found in Gibson County.
Thank you. Do I know?
It was found in Gibson County in a cotton field in an old house place where somebody had found it.
Now tell me what that is. Look, is that ain't no turd or nothing, is it?
It's made out of greenstone, which probably come out of Georgia. It was traded in. You know, we don't have that around here.
Petrified turd or something.
Yeah, it's greenstone.
Buffalo.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And it's heavy. Now, what is they done with it? Just
That's the woodworking. I mean, they could have dug with it, or I used that to chop a tree down. But like I said, they probably ringed that tree, and then when the tree died, they'd set it on fire down there, and they keep a charcoal cut out till it fell over. And if they was, make a canoe, they'd do the other end like that, and then they'd set it on fire in the middle and keep it chopped out.
They had patience. Something we don't have.
Oh, yeah, they had a lot of
How
time.
was this tied on anything?
You know, it wasn't tied. It was shafted into a handle with a small end going in, and it would wedge it up in there. And it actually hold, because the more they work with it, the tighter it get. Because it just wedge it up in that,
Kind of like a modern day axe.
I got you.
How the handle's wedged in.
They sharpen that point for something.
Yeah.
But it's so smooth, folks. I wish you could see this and hold it. It is so smooth. I mean, the work that went into this. How would they sand that?
Just
Sand?
polishing it. Just leather and
from use. I mean,
leather and wet sand and leather is how they polish a lot of it.
They use sandstone to polish it down to a certain extent.
Let's get on to the old ones now.
Yeah.
We don't have as many of them. They're rare.
Yeah.
He told me the price these things was worth. Blows my mind what he said these things right here is worth.
Oh, yeah.
Hold them up right there. You want to take them out, or can you? If you don't mind, hold them out.
All right.
Hold them in front of Tony over here.
Okay.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll take them out here in a minute.
All right.
Now hold them, and when the camera gets on them, you'll sit at that monitor. You tell me what we're looking at.
Go ahead, Richard.
They're going to zoom on it.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, here we go.
Well, that's a Clovis point on the left.
Which was the yellow one?
Yeah, And the Cumberland point, the long one's the Cumberland point.
Lean that back just a little bit. There you go. Take that glare out. Oh, there you go. You'll see it. There you go.
Clovis point is actually the first tool that they had in the United States. When the Indians come over, that was their first spear point, was a Clovis.
How old would you guesstimate that?
It's probably 9,000 to maybe 13,000.
Which one's that? The
Clovis,
white?
Yeah, the smaller one, the yellow one.
Yeah.
What's interesting is
Can you
where
take
the
that out
Clovis
of that
was named
box?
after.
Can you take it out of the box?
Yeah.
Take it out of that box.
Wasn't it like Clovis, New Mexico?
Yeah.
When they found the first.
They found some. Yeah.
Yeah, they named, like you said, they named them after the area you found them in.
Yeah.
And they were killing them big hairy elephants with
Yeah. This right here, folks, I'm going to hold that in my hand where you get an idea how big it is. Let them zoom back in. I'm wearing, these guys are earning their keep back here today. And I appreciate it. They do an excellent job. Now, you look at that thing. Right there is where they probably tied it to something, would you say?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if they was looking at aerodynamics. I'm sure they probably didn't know that, or they may have figured it out, but that really give it an aerodynamic look because it's tapered. But it was all so they could tie it on to whatever they was tying it on.
You notice a little float on it?
Yeah.
That's where the shaft went up.
Yeah.
Because you think that they
little flute right here, folks. That little flute. See right here, it's kind of a hollowed out spot right in there. It's about as I've got big fingers, but that's that side. But down right there, 10,000 years ago, there's no tribes. They hadn't tribed up yet. They was all just
hunter-gatherers.
Just hunter-gatherers, and they sit around and made that. Is that not absolutely amazing that I get to hold something? I know a lot of people has held it, but the last person that used this thing has been dead 10, 12,000 years.
Yeah.
So I get to hold that. That is so cool. Let me see that other one over.
Hunting mastodons were there.
Yeah.
Hunting mastodons.
And so the reason the flute's in there
Yeah.
is because the shaft would have gone up all the way.
Yeah.
Because you think if you're trying to kill a mastodon and how thick that hide is.
Yeah, you got to have some pressure.
Well, and that point's got to be supported or it'll break trying to shove it through that thick hide. So they supported it, all the way up, and just the edges of the arrowhead was sticking outside the shaft.
Yeah.
So the shaft supported the arrowhead.
They learned try and error.
And they weren't throwing these; they were stabbing with these.
Yeah. Yeah, that right there. Let me see that other one there. That's just try and error.
Can you imagine going up against an animal that big with a rock, with a stick
And you're right
tied
there
on
on
a
him?
rock?
Yeah.
This right here's got flutes in it. It runs damn near all the way.
And that one's been restored. 'Cause like I told you,
But,
I couldn't afford it if it hadn't been. Cause
the flutes on that thing, the Cumberland, most of the time they're longer. A lot of times they'll come the whole length of the point.
Yeah.
The Cumberland
so it went
is
on like this.
Yeah.
Ladies, this is what they do. They put it on there like that. Then they clamped that. Let me figure out here. They clamped it like that and tied it to that. And that point sticking out on each side of the stick probably wasn't as big as my finger, but it was probably what we call bodock, some kind of good, strong. And they stabbed that thing with that and hoped they got supper. And I'm telling you, that was done. This was learned from trial and error. I mean, you're hungry. You know, you got a family to feed. You're going to come up with a way. We stabbed him, Ricky. We didn't get him, so we're going to have to come up with a different way. And Ricky said, hey, let's just run that thing here. So Ricky gets over digging him. He puts them long flutes in it. Mike, run it down. Their intelligence is really showing right here.
Yeah, it is. It's a work of art, too.
It is, and it comes from no computer, no reading.
That's right. There's no manual.
Trial and error.
Right.
Can't get no more American history than that.
No, sir. No, sir.
You know, and the Cumberlands, they're more southeastern. You know, they don't find them out west.
No, it's around this area.
Yeah, the closest points are widespread, but those are not.
Were they named from the Cumberland River?
I guess this is the Cumberland area.
Yeah. Wow.
So that goes back to the point of LBL, and then if you think about Trail of Tears, went right through this part of the world.
Right.
It did. Oh yeah, there was a bunch of Trail of Tears. It wasn't just one trail. There was all along.
Yeah. So and then
they all kind of run together. It's just a big artery. Some of them down the river.
Right.
Wow.
But yeah, this area right here is really an artifact-rich area. I mean, you got the Tennessee River with the Cumberland right next to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they were up and down both of them rivers.
Oh yeah, and canoes.
And the river was their roads. I mean, that's how they traveled. You know.
Wow.
That's the reason that a lot of them all have capsized pretty close to the river, not only for the water, but that's how they travel. That was their road.
That was a highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, we try to compare living back 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, maybe 100 years ago, but especially that area you're talking about, 10,000 years ago. You try to compare it to today, you get out of that mindset, folks. Mm-hmm. Just imagine that these people are trying to get something to eat. And they're going to try everything they can. Ideas are going to be flooding in from everybody, and they finally hit on something that works. Hey, we got it down because maybe Rick here, or maybe Richard or JB or Tony, they put that thing way on that stick, and it didn't break off, and we killed him. So they take that, and it starts working, and they go from there. Then as you see time, they just get better and better and better. Right. But, you know, that arrowhead, now, did y'all learn anything about how small arrowheads are compared to what we thought arrowheads was? That woke me up too. That's pretty interesting right there.
It is. Very interesting.
It's very interesting. So what do you got going on with a giveaway tonight, you said?
Oh, let me get this pick up on it and sell it. For all our group members,
you got to be a member of the
Tennessee River Archaeological Society.
That's a hard word to say for old
Tennessee River Valley Archaeological Society. And I found out archaeological is actually spelled two different ways, you know.
Well, just spell it the way it sounds. We'll know what it means.
And, but anyway, for everybody out of our group that watched the show, go in the comments spot on the Mike Weatherford Show and leave a comment. And everybody who leaves a comment, their names will be put in a hat for a drawing to win this. It's a really nice Mulberry Creek Woodland point and 9x12 walnut frame made by Mark Geisler.
Cool, man. I wish I was a member. If y'all had told me, I'd have signed up, put my damn name in there.
We're gonna
take
sign
it out of that box. Let me see it.
They're gonna sign you up.
Yeah, that is cool, man.
And we want to thank Todd Newman. Todd Newman sold this rock to give away, and he gave us a really good deal on it because we were going to give it away.
Right. Now tell me a little bit about, man.
It's called a Mulberry Creek, and that's just the point type. And
is that natural curve or just come out that way?
No, they napped it that way. And that one was probably a knife. See how one side's a little flatter and the other side's more rounded? the flatter side has been resharpened more than the rounder.
Look at that contour it's got. If you'll notice, it kind of hints over that way. And I'll turn it around, and I'll go back this other way.
But if you'll see, one of the blade edges is flatter, and the other one's more curved out.
It is.
The flatter side has been resharpened.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't have that curve. When it was first made, it was more uniform. But as they sharpened it down,
they used it, and it just said it needs sharp. They'd nip on it, get it sharp.
When it get dull, they'd resharpen it.
I know it's old, but it's still got a little edge. You can do some stuff with that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know if you could shave with it, but
but you could probably still skin with it.
Oh God, yeah. You kill a man with that.
And you could definitely jab with it.
Look at the contour of that blade right there, man. That is absolutely
I'll tell you what they do, Mike. Next deer season, you stand in the stand.
They do that.
And you stand there when that deer comes out, I want you to jump on him with that.
Ricky, dude, you better hope McDonald's open. Me and you going to get hungry as hell. Wow. Tell me again what's coming up. Put that back up on the board for me, Kevin, of what's coming up. May the 9th. Y'all just tell me what's going on out there.
May the 9th, Paris, Tennessee. We're having an artifact show. We got 121 tables of some of the finest artifacts in the Tennessee River Valley.
Free admission.
Free admission.
Wow.
It opens at 8 o'clock to 3:30. Like I said, free admission. Come, bring your friends. Stay for an hour or
stay all day.
Stay all day. If you've got arrowheads that you want to know something about, bring them. We'll have plenty of experts there, a lot smarter than us. And if you got some that you want to sell, bring them. We'll have buyers and sellers there, so you can sell or you can buy if you want to.
Or if you just want to learn a little bit more about your rocks.
Or if you just want to learn more.
Or if you want to win this arrowhead that he just showed you, drop a comment. If you're a member of the Tennessee River Valley Archaeological Society,
you're doing
I've
good.
been in this damn thing. That word would have been easier to say. All you got to do is just drop a comment, and you'll sign up to win one of these. They're going to take your name, put it in the hat, and they're going to draw one of them out, and you're going to get this cool thing. I don't know if you know what it is. I don't, but I'd like to have. Y'all are lucky as hell that I'm letting them leave here with it. So put a comment in, and put it back up there again. The next one there, their website or whatever. Well, there you go. Tell me about that, guys.
Yeah, that's a group that we started on Facebook.
4 months
about
ago.
4 months ago.
Right. 5 maybe.
We've really grown really fast.
It's interesting.
We were going to cut it off at 500 members. Well, we got 500 members so close. It's a private group,
right,
and we wanted to keep it small. And we're a drama-free group,
I can't get on there and start drama and stuff.
You can't get on there and start talking bad about somebody.
Now I'm gonna get on there and talk about Ricky and his kilt. That's not bad. He looks. If we got that picture.
Oh no!
Yeah. I want y'all to see the vice president of Pepsi when he's on vacation.
There he goes again.
I'm just saying. That's all I would do.
We probably allow that.
If they can find that picture, they'll pop it up there. I mean,
I kind of like to see it myself.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, he's pretty cool with that kilt on. I mean, it's Ricky Price, Vice President of Pepsi. He was in Ireland, and we're going to do a show on this. As quick as I can get him in here. He got pictures of it we're going to talk about, but it was a great trip. He gets to do all the fun stuff. Okay. And I got to tell a funny thing about my friend. I can say this, I hope.
Well, go right ahead, Mike.
I got a text the other day, and it said, Ricky L. Price is trying to enter a nuclear power plant, and we need you as a reference. And I thought it was a professional written out deal, and I thought this is some kind of scam. So I pick up the phone. Hey, brother, wait this. Nothing. I said, I just got a text. You trying to get, and call him back. I'm trying to get in. I put you as a reference. Ricky Price in a nuclear power plant. That's all I got to say. It was true. And they called me and asked me a lot of questions about him. I said, if Ricky Price tells you it's raining, go get your umbrella.
There you go.
That's the kind of guy he is. Hey, have y'all enjoyed it?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Y'all doubted me. Y'all asked 1,000 damn questions. Well, can we do this? Now, Tony,
Yeah,
give it to me. Tell me it was better than you thought it was.
Yeah, we were nervous at first. we thought you were going to put us on the spot.
How can
you got those to kill him with?
Yeah, you got your own weapons. Look, you got to be smarter than your guests to put you on the spot, and I'm not real smart. Have you figured that out yet?
Well, we're no experts either by a long shot.
It. But everybody, look here.
Oh, there you go.
There he is. Hey. I need to keep that in the archives close to the top, Kevin. Look at him.
I'm not even looking. 6,000 miles, and I come back with a kill. I'll tell you.
I asked him every time, do you wear any drawers? There's 3 of y'all here. Y'all should have had something that you could have sent me on one of y'all. I could have put it on there. Like Ricky wouldn't have been the only one.
Well, he's having fun with it. Let him
been over with your crack shiny when you're digging up there. There had to be something, right?
Yeah, I could have.
Everybody comes. You're in the Brewer Street Mafia Studios, right? That's where you're at. And everybody comes in. I'm the Godfather. I don't know if you knew that or not. Mm-hmm. And they want to know, can I be part of the mafia? Well, Ricky and I, we got a little code deal. He's sergeant of arms in my mafia. We look at each other during the show, and he nods. Y'all don't even know what we're doing, but that's just it's secret stuff.
Yeah, cool.
And he's agreed that we're going to make y'all official members
of
the Brewer Street Mafia. So I want to tell you, pass that down.
All right. Consider it an honor, sir.
So we're making y'all, Ricky, we're making them official. What's it say on the back of it? It even tells you that. What's it say?
It says, the Mike Weatherford Show, and on the back it's got official member.
Oh, you
the
go.
Brewer Street Mafia.
There you go. So y'all guys,
I appreciate that.
Y'all are official members.
Considered honor.
That's great.
But I'm going to tell you how valuable them are. Everybody ain't got one. If you take one of them things right there and put 5 pennies with it, you'll have a nickel.
Ain't beat that.
That's right. Guys, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate being here.
Yeah, I tell y'all, I don't do no research. Now you see why.
Right.
Y'all was asking me questions. I think he's funny. I'm going to pick at you. This gentleman right here was he didn't know. And I understand because he didn't know anything. He just come in here, he didn't know what I was going to do. Right. I told him I don't do no research. And y'all look at me like, oh, hell, this going to go south, didn't you? But that's better.
Great.
Well, this is the first time we've ever been celebrities.
But if I already know the answer, I'm not going to ask it.
Yeah,
I'm just glad he didn't tell everybody all the rock spots.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have let him do that. And I didn't even ask you. I didn't even ask y'all.
No, you didn't. No,
they need to get out and find them because they're everywhere.
They are.
They're everywhere. So start looking.
When you till your garden up, look.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you, I don't know how true this is or not, but there's a man that swears. I mean, if you're watching the show tonight, you can comment. He watches me. He said he went somewhere and bought a bag of dirt and found an arrowhead in it.
Very possible.
It happens. Yeah.
And I said, dude, what? He said, yeah. It was some topsoil in a bag, and I got it, I poured it out. What is that? And looked, and it was an arrowhead. And I said, wow. And he looked at it. It was made in Mississippi. That's where it come from.
Right.
And I can tell you how you can find them anywhere.
That's right.
Well, we were passing out flyers for the show today, and we gave them flyers to a couple of people that lived over in Indian Mound.
Yeah.
And both of them said they find them every time they till their garden.
Yeah, you will. Till your garden. I was telling you earlier, when I was a child, we'd go plowing out there, and we'd walk behind the plow, and you just find one up. But a lot of times, them plow breaks them, but you still find artifacts. The coolest thing I ever found, I thought I found $1 million. I thought I was going to be rich. I wouldn't have to do a talk show to pay the bill. I found 2 Civil War bullets that had hit midair. And I thought, boy, I found something. I found it ain't worth nothing. But you get 10,000 people on that side, 10,000 people on this side, and they all holler fire, there's going to be some bullets hit each other. And that's what I found. So it's cool to have it. I don't even know where I've done with it, but I still got it. Guys, put it up one more time, what's coming up. And let them guys tell you one more time where we're going to be at the fairgrounds coming up June the 9th. May the 9th. Tell us about it.
And we got Archie Parker doing the cooking. He's a kind of a local cook.
Yeah.
Everybody likes us. And we got the lemonade and specialty tea truck.
Right.
Coming.
Specialty tea, is that liquor or anything?
No, but them women at the show,
it's a tea that's juiced up with Red Bull that the ladies love.
Oh, yeah. Might be some clothes come off out there then. Yeah. Ricky gonna go to that. They say tequila makes the women's clothes fall off.
We'll sing that song.
We'll sing it. There you go. That's what you're going to find out there. A big deal. They say it's the largest around. If you got any interest in that, it's free. All you got to do is show up. It's coming up May the 9th, Henry County Fairgrounds. Just go in out there. Check it out. Archie Parker Barbecue, L&J, Icebox Lemonade, Indian Artifact Show. If you got something, you want to see what it is, bring it out there. Or if you've been told what it is or your family's passed it down, it could be or it could be something even better. Let them guys tell you what it is, and you can learn, like I have, a lot about what's going on. It's coming up here May the 9th here to Henry County Fairgrounds. Well, guys, I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
We had a good time.
Absolutely.
We enjoyed ourselves.
If you see my name pop up, let me into society. All I'll ever mess up is I'll show pictures of Ricky in a kilt. And I expect you, if you see that one show up, you got to ask if he's got on draws.
Well, you made us an honorary member. We'll make you one.
There you go. Guys, I appreciate it, man. It's been a good night. Thank you a lot, guys.
Yes, sir.
And we'll try to get, like I said, I'm busy on a lot of things, but I'm going to try to somehow or another. I got a lot going on that day. I got the Purrier Day. I got to be the MC out there for the tug of war. But I'm Magic Mike. I might can do all that.
That's right.
I don't know. Appreciate y'all, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, coming up next week, got a great show. You don't want to miss it. It's me in an airplane, Craig Anderson. What could go wrong? I mean, at least they wasn't shooting at me this time I was in an airplane. So, hey, it's going to be cool, going to be fun. It's coming up next week right here on the Mike Weatherford Show. You don't want to miss it. Don't forget, Purrier Day is coming up May the 9th. Battle of the Badges. Is the police department going to keep the trophy, or are they going to have to hand it over to the Henry County Sheriff's Department? The sheriff says they're carrying it to Henry County. The police department said that's all he did was laugh, so I don't know what that means. Anyway, if you haven't got your tug of war team together yet, now's the time to do it. Purrier Day's coming up Saturday, May the 9th, tug of war day. I'll be there emceeing it, and Ricky will be there, I'm sure, and me and Ricky we may take on everybody. It just may come to where I grab one Ricky gets there behind me and anchors me, and we just take on all comers. What do you think?
And that kilt.
And that kilt. Ricky have on his kilt.
That'll be a distraction.
Yeah.
Ricky, that one can make us win.
Wear some draws this time. Because if you bend over, I don't know what happened. There you go. There's Ricky in his kilt. Right there he is. Mr. Pepsi himself. That is cool, though, Ricky. It is. I like that hat. All jokes aside. Real
Three
men.
Stooges.
He said real men wear kilts.
Real men wear kilt. But, he's never has told me, if he says, they told me over in Ireland, you got to go commando. But he won't tell me.
She said, you got to go commando.
Yeah, so Ricky never told me if he drawed up or drawless. He hasn't told me. All right, folks, we had a great show tonight. I've enjoyed you tuning in. Hey, if you haven't done it yet, reach over and follow us and tell all your friends about us. Follow us, ring the bell, wherever you're watching me on, whatever it tells you to do to keep up with me, go ahead and do it. I'd appreciate it. We need to get the followers up so I can bring you more great shows like tonight. I want to thank my sponsor. Without y'all guys to paying the bills, I couldn't do what I do, which is sit up here and be a trophy boyfriend. I tell you every week, I'm a trophy boyfriend. That's a hard job. I should be paid just for that. But me and Ricky do it for free. We're trophies, right, Rick?
Yeah, we're trophies.
We trophies.
We don't count trophy, we're something.
And I want to thank the viewer for people like you tuning in, watching me every week. I want to thank my crew in the back. Couldn't do it without them guys. They are the meat and gravy of this show. That's Kevin Kill, Scott Norwood, Ken Atkinson, and Dana Allen. Without that group right there, I couldn't do what I do, which is I enjoy what I do, and I have fun doing it, and I try to bring your Tuesday night a little more excitement. We do it every week, same time, same place. We always got something great going on here at the Mike Weatherford Show, and I appreciate you tuning in. Hey, tune in next week, same time, same place. Help me out, guys, like I always say. Rick, tell them.
Don't be late.
See you next week.
All right. That's it.
The Mike Weatherford Show is recorded live in the Brewer Street Mafia Studios in downtown Paris. A Kill Media, Brewer Street Mafia Productions.